Yo, what is up, guys? Martin over here. Welcome back to the channel for the first time in forever. I know. We got a shitload to talk about. Um, and I was actually gonna make this little fucking comeback video last week after the first match against Arsenal. But after taking that huge fucking L, I figured I was like, you know what? Let me wait till next week. I was gonna be critical of us anyway, but I was hoping at the end of the day I'd have something positive to say. Like, we played like shit the first game. Second game we came back, we kicked ass, we wrecked them. We wrecked them. No, bro, no. And let me tell you this, bro. So we got a lot to talk about, but these two games against Arsenal, bro, it epitomized to me anyway the biggest problem that we have this season. And on the field, the biggest problem that we have this season is obviously the defense, right? But off the field, right? If you want to say off the field, bro, as much as I love him to death and as much of a legendary coach as he is, bro, it's been the fucking coach. It's been the fucking coach. Last week, as soon as I saw the lineup, right, I was playing Apex Legends with my boy, right? He's a huge Barcelona fan, so fuck you if you're watching, right? But as soon as I saw the lineup, we're playing Apex. I was like, fuck, why? Now, let me explain this. Different teams play in different ways, right? So, for example, the way that you play against like Man City is not the same way that you should theoretically be playing against a team like and excluding this season, right? I just it's because it's the first thing that comes to mind because they're our rivals, traditionally Atletico Madrid, because they're a very defensive team. They're fine with giving you the ball because they know they're gonna defend extremely well and they're going to mostly attack you on the counter attack, right? So, but they play completely different. So the setup might be a little bit different. Now, for teams who have all players in their prime, you start all your prime players, of course, right? All of them. Now, last week, as soon as I saw the lineup, the first hiccup to me was seeing Luka Modric on the starting lineup. Now, Modric is a legend. He's still amazing. He still has skills, but he's not like if you cannot look me in the eyes, right? As a diehard Madrid fan, or even as a fan of the sport, you can love and appreciate Modric for everything he's done for the game and for my team, which, of course, I fucking knew, right? And he's a legend. I will love him forever. But there's not like you gotta be realistic when it comes to the games that you're playing right now, and you can't just go on on just memories of how he was 5 even 3 years ago. You can't. He's not the same player. He doesn't have the legs for it. So why the fuck are you starting a 39-year-old Luka Modric against in midfield against a midfield like Arsenal's, who's energetic, who always moves, who just passes? You can't do that, bro, because he doesn't have the legs to catch up. And even if he's not a defensive midfielder, right now you're struggling so much on the defense. You know your midfielders are gonna have to come back and cover up the fucking space. You know it. You know it. So why the fuck would you start him, bro? Why? Like, what's the point? And dude, like I don't understand it. Like and especially when you have someone on the bench, right? Like Guler. Now Guler did get a chance to play in the past 2 weeks, which is fucking crazy to say, right? And he didn't look that sharp. Do you know why maybe he didn't look that sharp? Because he hasn't had any fucking minutes in fucking months, bro. Play this kid. Play this kid. He gives you speed and all that stuff that Modric used to give you. Not on the same level, not compared to when Modric was fucking winning the Ballon d'Or, but he's better at that particular game than someone like Modric. Why are you playing him, bro? Why? Why? And then today, again, as soon as I saw the lineup, bro, as soon as I saw the fucking lineup and I saw Vasquez in defense, I said, we're fucked. We're fucked. Because why would you play him there, bro? Like, how many times does he have to be caught out of position? How many times does he have to be raced past by? How many times does all this crap have to happen for him to be like, yo, maybe I shouldn't fucking play this guy in that position anymore. Now, again, to me, I consider he is and will always be a Madrid legend. Yes, he didn't reach. He wasn't Ronaldo in his prime. He wasn't obviously Gareth Bale at his prime. But he's one of those players like Nacho who left last season. Who Nacho, by the way, left and left a huge gap in defense because he could come in and cover any fucking position in defense, right? But Vasquez, he's in the same boat. He was never a star player. He was never a top player. He was never an automatic starter unless someone was injured. But he was very, very fucking solid, and he's loyal. He fights for the badge, and he will be a Madrid legend. But again, just like Modric, he's getting older, and not only that, a lot of people forget because he's played in right back for yeah, and he's Jesus, I'm tripping because he's played in right back for so long that's not his natural position, bro. He's a natural attacker, which is why in some cases, right? Like I'd be watching him and he'd be all the way up the field, just getting caught out of position. I'm like, yo, like that's fucking stupid. What are you up? What are you doing there for? But at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, like whose fault is it really? Is it the guy who keeps on putting you in a position to fail because he sees your deficiencies at this point? Because there's no way that Carl sees these games and just completely does not see that that's happening to Vasquez on the side, right? If you pay attention to the games, the majority of the games that he plays, bro, immediately they start attacking that side because that's the weaker side. And on both sides right now of our left and our rights are fucked. But bro, like the right side is bro. If any teams watching this shit that are gonna play us in the future, just play us, just fucking go down the right side. Just do it. I'm pretty sure you're gonna do it anyway because you've seen the fucking the videos and the games we played. Unlike Ancelotti, who's sitting on the fucking like right there, who clearly still doesn't see this shit. Like I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And I fucking said it at the beginning of the season, dude. I said it at the beginning of the season. Ancelotti's biggest flaw is how loyal he is to these fucking players. Because at the end of the day, listen, I love Vinny, I love Rodrigo, but Vinny has been jack shit for these past few months, bro. Jack shit. And Mbappe had a very, very good run, and then he's dropped off form lately too, just fucking catching red cards. Which, by the way, I love Madrid. How the fuck is that a one match ban? Like how? How? If someone comes up to me and says, "Yo, you paid the refs," that should have been a 5 match ban. Mouth shut. Because what the fuck? Something like that is a 1 match ban, bro. Are you dead ass? That all right, but besides the point, he got one massive red card that he was completely under punished for, and 0 goals and 0 assists in that fucking game. But whatever, right? But yeah, man, Ancelotti has always been loyal to these fucking players. Honestly, to the point where it jeopardizes the job. Now, he can like these players. Nothing wrong with liking your players, right? But at the same time, you gotta fucking have the balls to sit them down and be like, yo, like, listen, you're not performing, bro. You gotta do some more shit on the field. You gotta do more. You gotta produce more. You gotta stop falling and tripping and fucking bitching to the refs. Because, dude, like, as much as I love Vinny, bro, like, Madrid is my love. As, I love Vinny to death, but at the end of the day, he's a player for Madrid, and Madrid is my club, and that's who the fuck I support. And at the end of the day, that's who I'm tuning in to watch, right? And bro, like so, and this is gonna be like a weird take, or maybe a controversial one, right? But I don't think it's that controversial when you really think about it. Neymar probably dove just as much as Vinny did. I think that's on the even side, right? The difference is that, well, if Neymar dives, he sees the ref doesn't give him his call, he'll do one of these like, hey, like what the fuck? But that after that, he gets up, he keeps on playing, bro. Vinny has gotten multiple red cards this season for no other reason besides bitching to the refs. Dude, if you're on the fucking floor, right? Unless you're in a penalty area or something really bad happens, chances are VAR is not going to intervene. So why are you still bitching and moaning to the fucking refs, bro? Instead of fucking just staying on your fucking knees going like this for like fucking 2 minutes, get up, try to retrieve the ball, and try to do something offensively with it. Or at least go back and play D. He was doing that at the beginning of the season, which kind of counteracted, the fact that because he was benching, he'd been benching to the refs all season, right? But up until like January when he got snubbed for the Ballon d'Or, I still believe he got snubbed. Bro, it's just been downhill for the fucking kid. And Mbappe it's a weird situation because at the beginning of the season he was ass. And the thing is, if you watch some of the videos that I made before, I don't mean he's that because he was on a goal scoring drought. That happens to everybody. That happens to the best of them. That's happened to Messi. As particularly this one year, I just forgot exactly what season it was. That happened to Cristiano Ronaldo and Suarez on the same fucking season. They went on a dry spell from like October to like January, and then out of nowhere they were fucking competing for the European Golden Boot, dude. So that shit happens. There's nothing wrong with that. My issue with him is that he would lose the ball and just fucking stand there waiting. At that point, Vinny, who was fucking having a good season up until then, gets the ball and just passes on the ball. So he wasn't doing jack shit off the ball, right? Obviously, he's not a striker, so he didn't have the movements of a striker, right? To open up spaces and shit like that. But at the end of the day, that was what was pissing me off. He had a stretch, bro. He was easily the best attacker out of the three. And then he's just fucking gone to shit again. Honestly, the best one out of all three of them for the majority of the season, right, for a span of time, has been Rodrigo. And then, but the thing is, like when it comes time to sub someone off, he's usually the first one to fucking go. Like, dude, make it fucking make sense, bro. Make it make sense. If you're having a bad game, Why the hell would you substitute a better player just because of the fucking name on the back of the jersey? Dude, who gives a shit who the fuck it is? Take off the player who's doing shit and then put on somebody who can actually has a fucking impact. Dude, like honestly, bro, the majority of the time where Endrick comes in, he doesn't score all the time, right? But you're fine with it because if you watch the games, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like he does shit all the time. He's always doing something. Whether it's trying to open up a play, whether it's taking a shot, from long distance. Which to me, I don't know why he gets so much hate for that shit, bro. Like that's the stuff that you want to see, right? Like you want to see like these long distance goals and shit. Like now he doesn't try it. If you watch the games, he doesn't try it all the fucking time, but he tries it, and I'm fine with it because for the most part, he has a pretty good leg, so he could shoot. Let him fucking try, but put someone else who's gonna do something, bro. And aside from that, dude, like I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Like Alava's, bro, Alava's been out for a season and a half in his late 30s, late 30. I'm sorry, in almost his mid 30s. Do you really think he's gonna come back the same player that he was before? No, chances are he probably isn't. And especially after fucking last week, Jesus, especially after last time he fucking played, why would you start him there? Why the fuck would you start? You have Kamavinga, you love Chouamani so much. This should be one of the and I don't like Chouamani in defense, but this should be one of the games where you push Chouamani in defense, right? Considering the other options that you fucking have, right? And I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Because Raul Asensio, like he's obviously he prefers center back, but he could play on the wings, right? So why wouldn't you move him there? Push for many in defense, have Camavinga come in the midfield, right? Put Valverde on the right back. Where and this is Valverde, bro. When I saw the lineup, like I said, the first thing I said it was fuck because of where Vasco was starting, and the second thing I said, why isn't Valverde playing there? Which honestly just shows how much of a fucking beautiful player he is, bro. He could play anywhere. He's easily the as of now the best player that we had this season. You put this kid anywhere, bro, he fucking plays his heart out and he plays well. It's not like he's a midfielder and he only plays, like certain roles right. So when he goes back and plays right back, he's ass. Bro, he's amazing. He's fast, he makes recoveries, he's not afraid to get in there, but at the same time he's very careful as to how he doesn't, right? So he doesn't foul that much, but you see him making those slide tackles. You see him doing that type of shit. So in a game that's this fucking important, why would you not put the better player there when you have an abundance of talent in midfield, bro? You're struggling in defense, right? You have an abundance of talent in midfield, and for some reason you just have three fucking main attackers, right? But you have the midfield possibilities, right? So if you take Chouameni and Valverde out of the midfield, it's not like you have shit players left. At that point, you put Camavinga and center defensive mid, right? Who's very good at that position, right? Who again hasn't had that many minutes this season for whatever fucking reason. And you also have Arda Güler who gives you speed and dynamism and good passes, and you put him to open up more play in the attack, bro. Like that's the type of shit. Like, dude, if and it doesn't have to be like that, bro, right? But dude, there's no way he's not fucking seeing these things going on the fucking field, bro. I'm seeing that shit, and I'm literally, bro, like they're like this on my fucking TV screen. If my eyes could see that, by the way I wear contacts, if I had glasses to see how fucking thick they are, I'm blind as shit. And if I can see that, clearly fucking no, Ancelotti could see it too. So I don't understand what's taking him so long to fucking make these changes, bro. Now, dude, aside from that, I've been a Madrid fan my entire fucking life. This is easily the most disappointing season that I've had to go through, right? And yes, we won two trophies, but the reason why it's so disappointing is because we're just coming back off a La Liga and Champions League win, right? You get Kylian Mbappe. Now, I I take him because it was a free not including his wages, bonus and shit like that. It was a free transfer, and it's arguably the best player in the world. So I'll take him. But did we really need him? No, we didn't fucking need him. But at the end of the day, you're still European champions, right? You're still La Liga champions, and you still get the best player in the world. So everything was fucking up for grabs. Everything, right? The first time in history that a team could go and fight for seven trophies. I was very hopeful. I always knew that at least one or two trophies were gonna have to go to the wayside in order for us to get more success down the line, right? But dude, like this is fucking ridiculous. Like I don't get it, and especially in the Liga, bro. Like Barcelona's right now on top, but there was at one point they were like 10 points ahead of us, right? Then we caught up to them and we leapfrogged them. We were like 7 points ahead. And then we shit the brick, bro. They gave us this on a fucking silver platter, right? At the beginning of the season, I believe they lost either the first or the second match of La Liga, Barcelona, right? But then they went on a fucking tear. They went on a tear until like for some reason, like mid October and just through November, where they went on a fucking shit show. Then we caught up. But then for some reason, again, we just fucking kept on losing games that we should be winning. And it's that's not the situation you want to be in, bro. But it's definitely not the situation you want to be in under these circumstances. When you have the best player in the world, when you have arguably the two out of the top five players in the world, bro, or maybe top 10. Bellingham's up there, Vinny's up there, Mbappe's up there, right? When it comes to and then when you just centralize positions, I don't think we have anybody in defense, but in midfield we have Valverde, we have Bellingham, right? We still have Luka Modric, which, like I said, depending on the game you play, he's still world class no matter when you do. You just gotta make sure you play him in the right type of fucking game to take advantage of what he can actually fucking do. And dude, it's such a disappointing season, bro. I it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. And the thing is, there's also things like, yes, I do believe that ref calls have gone against us recently, but you know what? Every fucking team have ref calls called just go against them. Just as other teams including us, we get ref calls for us, they're gonna go against us. So we can't bitch and whine every time a call doesn't go our way, because there's other times where, you know what? If you take a good unbiased look at it, calls do go our way the times where they shouldn't. Now, the only thing about today's game against Arsenal is I don't understand how Mbappe was considered to be offside. I saw his shoulder being a tiny bit forward, right? But even if it was, bro, both teams were heating up. Right, at least Madrid was heating up. Arsenal started heating up, and then they were kind of like dying. But taking fucking 5 minutes to review that, I don't fucking get it. And then aside from that, they never show the actual fucking lines, but the technology shit showing you how he was offside. So it makes it seem like they just use you know like their eyes, which is nothing wrong with it. But then what's the point of fucking implementing VAR? Just use your fucking eyeballs. The fuck? And yeah, dude, like it's just such a fucking vent after such an ass season, bro. And the thing is, we're in second place, but it's like we're still like it's still not looking fucking good. Like and the way Barcelona's been playing, bro, like I hate them. I fucking hate them to death. But the way they've been playing has been fucking amazing, bro. And it's we're facing them in the final, which I'm always confident going into any match, right? Because winning streaks don't last forever. Barcelona fans were quick to forget that, like less than a year ago, we were going on 6 games, not unbeaten, just beating you motherfuckers, right? So eventually they come to an end. So I'm not worried about it. Especially after the game they played it, because if you watched the game yesterday too, they weren't very good, honestly. Like I can't think of an extended period of time where they actually played well yesterday, to where I could say like they dominated for a certain amount of time. Because they didn't. They played fucking ass. So I'm confident, but how confident am I? Like, come on, man. Like we're going into them, but like, bro, because I guarantee you, I'm gonna look at the fucking lineup, and something stupid is gonna be something stupid about the fucking lineup. I promise you, there's gonna be something stupid about the fucking lineup, and I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I really don't fucking get it. And like I said, at the end of the day, I just think it's mostly this season mostly goes down to me as the issue of the defense and an issue of the coach. But the thing is, the defense right now we can't really do anything about. At least not until the summer. But the coach situation is gonna be fucking interesting to see, because he has one more year remaining on his contract, right? At this point, getting kicked out in this fashion, I don't see how he survives actual through the summer, unless they go and they talk to Xavi, because right as of right now, there's rumors going around that Jurgen Klopp would be coming in charge. I would love that. Jurgen has been one of my favorite coaches ever since he was at fucking Dortmund, cause and he's an amazing coach. But to me, I don't think that's very feasible. I think the more likely outcome is that we're gonna get Xavi. So the only way that I could see him actually lasting this final year is if they go talk to Xavi and he just says no. Like I'm sticking to my contract, and then at the end of the contract I'm leaving. As far as I know, I believe his contract also expires at the end of next year. So at that point, Ancelotti would just leave Madrid. He would retire, or maybe go coach Brazil finally, and then Xavi would take over. But honestly, like, what are the chances that Madrid goes and Leverkusen has a price so high that Madrid is reluctant to pay? if we have a horrible fucking season. I don't see that happening. So depending on what happens in this Copa del Rey final, and depending on how the season ends, it's to me even, and that's the thing, man. Unless we completely blow them out of the fucking water, I don't see how winning the fucking Copa del Rey overshadows this fucking loss in the UCL, because Arsenal's a good team, man. Arsenal's a good team, and like I've said before, there's a way of losing a game, bro, that you could walk away from it proud and be like, yo, like shit, man, that was a good fucking game, well deserved. They deserve this fucking win over the two legs, 100%. But I'm not walking away from it like, damn, that was a good game, bro. Like that was a horrible fucking loss to take. That was a horrible fucking loss to take, dude. And bro, like it's fucking stupid, bro. It's stupid because there's like there's nits and crannies that you could pick on for the entirety of the season, especially shit that's been happening since the last time I uploaded a fucking video. But like those are just the things that are annoying me the most, bro. They're annoying me the most. And the thing that's killing me the most is honestly it's the whole fucking situation with Vinny, right? Because clearly I fucking like I don't have jerseys with a lot of players' names on it, right? Like I have Casillas right there, uh Marcelo there. I have two Marcelos. The only player I have two of. He's my favorite player. My not the who I think is the best, just my favorite player of all time, Modric and Vinny. So I love Vinny to death as a player, but bro, like you have to fucking stop bitching all the time, dude. Like if you don't get a call, bro, you don't get a call. You going up to the ref and screaming at his face isn't gonna do anything. All they're gonna do is just fucking like today. There was a few calls where against Bellingham and against Vinny where I honestly thought the ref should have called the calls. But in my head, I was fine with it because I was like, bro, like, I mean, you fucking bitch and moan, especially because Bellingham's been bitching and moaning this season too. I'm like, dude, like if you bitch and moan so much, what the fuck? Like, it just makes them not want to make calls against in your favor even more. Like, you're just digging yourself in a fucking bigger hole. Because when they actually do foul you, and like, let's say they might not see it or some shit like that, they're just gonna fucking ignore you. They're just gonna completely fucking ignore you because you're like, oh well, this motherfucker whines all the time. What the fuck? And yeah, dude, like it's just been such a fucking frustrating season, man. It's been such a fucking frustrating season. This offseason, we have to do something with our defense. But to be honest, bro, like we have to restructure the attack because with these three players on top, it doesn't work, bro. Like it's you have to change the formation to properly accommodate all of them and not just throw them all in this fucking like just not throw them all there and saying like, well, it's Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinny. Eventually, things are gonna fucking happen because that's been the thought this whole fucking season. It feels like, and guess what? Shit is just not fucking happening, and it's not. I don't know. And weirdly enough, the one who like if it feels like Mbappe and Vinny cannot mesh with one another, right? But Rodrigo can mess with both of them. Because Rodrigo has absolutely no problem playing with either Vinny or Mbappe, but whenever it's Vinny and Mbappe and Rodrigo somehow excluded, they fucking play horrible. So yeah, dude, I I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And it's like I said, it's not. It's overall Mbappe's season's been okay, but why the fuck do we go and get him? Like and I'm going to fucking butcher his name, right? Because I cannot the striker Gyökeres from Portugal. He plays in fucking Lisbon. That's a fucking striker. That's someone that we need. Someone who fucking puts the ball in the net. We don't need another fucking another winger who we're trying to make the best striker in the world. Because you know what? Cristiano Ronaldo did it, but players today are not gonna be Cristiano Ronaldo. They're not gonna be Lionel Messi. The crazy thing about Ronaldo is that he made it seem so effortless to fucking transfer from just being a winger to a striker because it's at the end of the day, it's a different skill set. And he did it so effortlessly and so quick that I think people could just be like, well, I mean, well, he plays forward, just fucking stick him in the middle. Eventually he figure it out. But that's not how it fucking works. That's not how it works. And shit. Yeah, guys. I mean, I can't really I can't really complain anymore. Cause Jesus, man, I was just so mad after this fucking match, so fucking mad. But anyway, guys, how's the season turning out for you guys? Because to me, it's been fucking horrible. But just let me know. Fucking let's have a chat about it and maybe cry, have a few beers or a lot, and then yeah, hopefully next season is way better off, and hopefully we have a fucking amazing summer transfer window. But till the next one, guys. Later.